Okay. Can you hear me now? Is my microphone on, or am I just a massive dum-dum? Huh. There we have it. Now we have sound. Excellent. As you could see in the introduction, which I did not do flawlessly, there will be premieres on Thursdays. I should add, not necessarily every single Thursday, but I aim at having every Thursday, but I can't promise anything. Okay, so, and something fishy going on with my computer here. No idea what. Okay. There. Okay, how are we doing in the audience? In the live chat, there's at least Liam and Flems are there, and I can see that Liam has had a few Moomin characters as a child, and some got lost when we moved back from Germany, and my mom donated the rest to grandchildren, etc., etc., etc. Wonderful. Okay, everyone is doing well. That is excellent. Excellent news. Excellent news. But what is not excellent news is my stupid board isn't working. My stream board is not working due to some... What would a live stream be? Come on. What would a live show be like if the streamer didn't have some sort of problems? We all have problems of our own, but you get what I mean. There's always something that comes up. Okay. Let's see if nope, my board isn't working. I have to do all this manually. Okay, anyway, the topic for tonight is, as promised, is Moomins. Today, of course, I have my always lovely co-host Stefan there. Oops, he's a bit displaced. There. He's a hedgehog who lives in a watering can. Yes, Liam, of course, yes. Luckily, Bertil and Stefan aren't digital or coded anywhere. And we have... Can I please get something out of this damn board? Okay, and here we have, of course, Bertil. Hello there. But since it's Moomins, I have Morran. That's actually Morran is a she, because she's referred to with a female pronoun in the Moomin books and the comics. It's always the Swedish pronoun hon for a female. Okay, I might I have to. I'll be right back. I'll just have to pop out a moment. Hello. Do we have sound? Do you hear my voice? Yeah, viewers. Yes. By the way, just a moment ago, when I had the Be Right Back on, did you hear the music? You did hear me. Excellent. Excellent. Yes. I fixed it. The issue, all I had to do is basically just switch from one USB port to another. So, okay. And today, my drink is Castel Rouge. Rouge is French for red. As you can see, the branding is red. It's one of these Kriek type beers. It's cherry flavored. It does actually, I think this actually does have real cherry in it, which is quite yes, this does have actual cherry and then spices in it. It's good. Castel. This is 8%. Okay. First, we need to go. Let's do it this way. Okay. Moomins. Okay. So there are different names for it in different languages for Moomins. Originally, they weren't really the children's fantasy as such. They were more of a back in 30s when Tove came up with these. The first was what she drew, the first Moomin troll, or the first it was a troll, dark black. It was something of an evil, but or something murkier. But then it became those white round white creatures with the rhino-like face. And Moomin Troll is the Moomin Troll is basically I'll get that one for you. Okay. It's actually this big one in the middle is the Moomin Troll, and the ones the lady with the handbag and the white and red apron, she's Moomin Mama, and then there's with the hat and cane is Moomin Papa. Okay. So Moomin Troll. Rhino, yeah, Liam is, yes, it's more like hippo. Yes, that you're right. You're right. Okay, let's get that. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, these Moomins are from the books of Tove Jansson. She was an influential she also wrote prose, prose type literature, and she was she was well known for her very original paintings. And Tove was born August 9th in 1914, when Finland, what we now know as Finland, was still the Grand Duchy of Finland under the Russian Empire. She passed away in 2001, June 27th, at the age of 86. Her most long-term relationship was with Tuulikki Pietilä, who was she was a designer and an artist, and she was granted granted a character in the Moomin books. If you look into the Moomin books, you'll see that it's a Tuutikki. The character called Tuutikki is most like she's Tuutikki. Okay, and then there are this. Hang on. Let's get this up. Okay, oops. Whoopsie daisy. What do we have here? There. So the right of Moomin Troll, it's the woman with the red hair sticking up. It's Mymmeli, and it's actually from the Tove came up with these new words. For example, Mymmeli, and comes from the Swedish word she made up, mumla, which is basically which means to fuck. And someone you fuck with or have fucked with before is mumla. You can say honey moonlight is something you can say. Okay. So, as for the Moomins, these were originally, of course, everything Tove wrote, and the comics were in Swedish, and these have then been translated into other languages like Finnish. And it's the Moomin family and their friends and associates live in Moomin Valley, which they have a theater and lighthouse there in the books, and they have various different adventures there. And in total, there are 9 Moomin books, and there are 5 picture books and a comic strip were released. The first book was released in 1945, which the book was called "The Moomins and the Great Flood." Originally, the original Swedish name is Småtrollen och den stora översvämningen in Swedish. Then there's next, that one critics didn't like that very much due to who knows why. Okay, and she got then a bit more better reviews from the next, which is Comet in Moominland and Kometjakten or Kometen kommer from 1946. And it is said, I read somewhere, that the Great Flood would have been a metaphor for the Second World War that was towards its end when Tove was writing this book. It was published in 1945, shortly after the Second World War officially ended, and she got plenty of good publicity from all this. And the next one, the next Moomin book came in 1948, called Finn Family Moomin Troll, some editions being called The Happy Moomins, and which is originally Trollkarlens Hut, which is basically magician's hat. In our as I understand it, the Finnish translation would be in English the magician's hat. And then the next came 2 years later, in 1950. This would have in some editions been called Moomin Papa's Memoirs, and then officially I think it is the original one is The Exploits of Moomin Papa, and the Swedish Swedish for it is Moomin Papa's Bravader, and Moomin Papa's Memoirer in Swedish. This was from 1950. Next came from 4 years later, in 1954, Farlig Midsommar, which the English translation is Moomin Summer Madness, but the Swedish name it translates literally as Dangerous Midsummer. So is the names don't always go hand in hand. And then the next came 3 years later, in 1957, original Trollvinter. Translation, or the translated version, is Moominland Midwinter. Short stories came in 1962. Oh, we have more people tuning in. Lovely. Okay, yeah. We have people here. Okay, let's pop that one out.
That is that.
Oops. Okay. And at this point, I would love to remind you that please go like and subscribe. Okay? Because that you like and subscribe would mean the world to me. And then we've got 1962. We've got short stories, tales from Moomin Valley, Det osynliga barnet. Then we've got 1965. We've got Pappan och havet, Moomin Pappa at Sea. In 1970, there's the last book with in which the Moomin family is absent. Is from 1970, Moomin Valley in November. Original name is Sent in November. Liam says 4 viewing, 4 likes, doing good, excellent. Now that we have more views than myself here, once in a while, please like and subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, I really don't care. And once you subscribe, please tickle the notification bell for more such content. Just grope the notification bell, and head on to my Patreon. I published or announced the release of my Patreon yesterday in my channel's first anniversary live stream. So please check those links, and there are of course links to my playlists, my email address, my Discord servers. There's the channel Discord, then there's LGBT plus safe space server. I can promise you plenty of nice things. What are you waiting for? So I'm just now that my soundboard, this one actually works. I really like working those. If the two Flems and Liam know I like my soundboard, but the 2 others may not know, and I like it more than anything else. Okay. Then there are picture books of Moomins by Tove. There's the book about Moomin, Mimble, and Little Moo. And Little Moo is, as I understand it, well, let me get you this. Okay, so Little Moo is a mischievous little girl who lives in the Moomin house and has a brave, spunky personality, but she is the Moombles' daughter. I think Moomble has plenty of children, because she tends to she likes to mumla, and that's why because she does mumla so much, she has plenty of children. Okay, and the book about Moomin, Moomble, and the Little Moo from 1952. Little Moo was my ex, says Liam. But Liam, how dare you? How dare you? Okay, Little Moo. Hold on. Are you that old? Okay. Then the picture book from 1960 is Who Will Comfort Toffel? Vem ska trösta knyttet? Next one is from 1977, Den farliga resan, The Dangerous Journey. Yeah, flames. There we have it. Then the two lesser ones, which were published in 1980 and 1993. No, English translations have been published, at least officially. At least official ones. Okay, so the one from 1980 is Skurken I Moominhuset, or Villain in the Moomin House, and Visor från Moomindalen, or Songs from Moomin Valley. And yeah. As for the characters, there are plenty of characters. As previously mentioned, there's the Moomin Troll, who is also referred to as Moomin, who's the main protagonist. He is the small boy and of the family, and then there's Moomin. His father is Moomin Papa, who was an orphan, traveled the world, and the calm mother would be Moomin Mama. Little Moo, which I covered a bit, likes to adventure, but loves catastrophes and likes messiness, untidiness, etc. And Sniff is a creature who lives in the Moomin house and likes to take part in pretty much everything, which I'm not surprised of, really. No, and he's afraid of pretty much everything, dangerous at least, and loves all valuables, jewelry, etc., etc., etc. We got Snorkfröken, Snork Maiden. Snork is a bit of not maybe arrogant, but something of the sort. So, bit of a princess being, if this Snorkfröken. And then there's the Moomble, and sometimes called the Moomble's daughter, and it's then we have the Snork. We have the Snork and Snorkfröken. And then is Snork Maiden's brother, introvert, and is always inventing all kinds of stuff. Tutikki, as I mentioned, was named after, and resembles. Basically, she is the Tuulikki Pietilä of the Moomin Valley. Okay, and then there's a call a character Stinky. He's a small furry creature, plays jokes, practical jokes, and pinching stuff and being pretty much a all over crook. Many, and as I said, there are many people who have inspired characters. For example, Tove's parents, Tove Jansson, a sculptor, Finnish sculptor, and his wife, Swedish-Finnish graphics artist called Signe Hammarsten Jansson, are seen as Moomin Mama and Moomin Papa. But I can see why. And then, as I said, the looks and the character of Tuutikki was inspired by Tove's partner Tuulikki. They were together for 45 years. 45 years. I think they were together. The relationship started around 1956 and lasted until Tove's death in 2001. And there are these two small characters, which are Tufslan and Vifslan. I find it okay because and these two, Tufslan and Vifslan, they are exactly identical, but the other is wearing a hat, and they speak a very peculiar language. Tufslan represents Tove, and Vifslan represents Vivica Bandler, with whom Tove had a relationship with in the 50s. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to yes, and these Tufslan and Vifslan, actually my partner and I, with Bertil, myself and my partner went to the Moomin world in Naantali here in Finland. There are two, one in Japan and one in Finland. So we went there, and the Tufslan and Vifslan were very very well presented by the actors in the Moomin world, and they had translated they had this version of their language, the original Swedish Vifslan language, in Finnish. It was good fun. Really good fun. Looking at them. Yeah, they were so well done, and yeah, it was all. And then of course there's the Hexan, the witch, and there's Filionk. The character is like all uptight, has a few children, etc. and the character was actually chasing of geese. A small, I think it was half a dozen Canada geese decided to come in, and then this character, this actress, chased them away with the suit and high heels and shit. You know, it was jolly good fun. And another good reason to visit Finland. Liam says, aren't I a good enough reason? Just kidding. Okay, it just you come to Finland and we'll have fun. We'll go to the Moomin world together. With Bertil, of course. It was all jolly good fun. Okay. The article you already saw. Okay. Okay, can you make sense out of that? Can you see the text properly? Okay. Flem's saying you are Heidi. No shit, Sherlock. But hey, not a good enough reason. Your favorite YouTuber. Okay, so the yes, I would say so, because there are plenty of things in Swedish and English. You know, everything there is in Swedish and English. During you know, in the Moomin world. Okay. Everything there is in English as well, if you want. Okay. Let's go. There is this article. This article is from The Guardian. It's linked in the description box as well. Okay. They go on to say, where they are they? Okay, here we are. Kate Winslet and the you can see that there. Okay, Kate Winslet and Rosamund Pike are among the star lineup in the new TV adaptation of the Moomins. That's interesting, don't you think? Why do Tove Jansson's hippo creatures have such endearing appeal? It is minus 15 degrees Celsius and snowy outside, but unusually relaxed and welcoming. Inside is a grand building in the corner of Senate Square in Helsinki, where where a preview is taking place of the much anticipated TV animation Moomin Valley. This just came recently, the series, and it's made even more clear, I think, in the new series that Moomin Troll and the Snoesmoonriken, what's his name? I have the list here. Snufkin, Snoesmoonriken, and Snufkin are in fact I think it's very, very clear that they are portrayed as lovers, a gay couple. And they, as I understand it, the two guys, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I heard that the two guys who are the voice actors for Snusmumriken and Moomin are in fact a gay couple. The Moomin, the guy, is gay, but who knows? And this is just it's the Moomin cups are and the Moomin bowls. We have these bowls and cups and stuff. And all that, it's really all this is super interesting. There's a bit there, but I'm not going to show it to you due to copyright concerns. So I'll just post it in the chat. And the YouTube. Oops, where do we have it? There. So there's the link to this, the 2019 official trailer. Okay. Come on. Okay. So check it from that. There, I won't, because I don't want to get a copyright strike or anything. Okay, and this is there Tufslan and Vifslan, these two little creatures here. One has a hat and one doesn't. They they speak this weird language. There's a logic to it. They switch syllables and stuff. Okay. Yeah, and there, I've seen this picture of Tove many times, and I just really love it. Okay, just this is so summary and summary, and this is photographed by Tove Jansson, who's Tove's brother. Is Olof Jansson. This taken. No, I think this would have been maybe 50s or 60s. This picture, perhaps 60s, because it's a color picture. It's really fun. Huh? Liam likes Anchipe Atenlai, yeah. I'm not too much. I'm not a fan. Yeah. But this is a really interesting article. There are plenty more. Yeah. What can she teach us? She can teach us plenty things. Plenty of things that she can teach us. Okay, let me take a moment. Okay. Anyway, how have you liked the show this far? I really hope you enjoyed my Tove, or rather Moomins episode so far. I really hope it's something you prefer or like. And I think this would be the time to get some perhaps commentary perhaps, and questions, etc. You know, the kind of discussion parts, perhaps. Yes, Liam, interesting learning how the book name translations are different. Yeah, it's something that I've noticed with other pieces of literature, poetry, etc. And the names of perhaps films. I think it's the same. What happens with films? You see the same with literature. I won't go into too much detail, but for example, many of the first 5 books of the Bible of the Old Testament, the names are nothing. The names in Finnish are nothing like they are in English. Nothing, like totally completely different. If you hadn't looked them up online, you wouldn't know. So but luckily in regular fantasy literature, at least, well, in regular fantasy literature, there is something in common, at least. Yeah, and in all the literature, for example, the names of the Moomin books in English, you can still always tell it's about what it's about. You don't have to read the entire goddamn thing. It tells you somewhat enough of which Moomin book it is. Like, at least most likely. By the way, I got some feedback regarding how it went yesterday with the first anniversary live stream. I think both of you guys were there, Liam and Flems. I think both of you were there. So how do you think? Did you like it? Would you like me to do something of the nature? The second anniversary is obviously in a year from now. But meanwhile, would you like me to do something of the sort that would be fun? What do you think, guys? Flems says, message retracted. It's still on the screen. No, I was no watch. I'm afraid. Okay. Oh, too bad. But it's always available for replay, obviously, as are all my videos. I asked my ex to translate "Kuolema tekee taiteilijan" by Nightwish, and she said it makes little sense in English. Kuolema tekee... Yeah, death made me an artist. The title translates literally to "death made me an artist." So I can actually... I think it does make sense in... Kuolema tekee minusta taiteilijan. Hang on. Only... I think this one makes quite a bit of sense actually. This does make sense in as a translation, I think. If you, yeah. Because it's a metaphor, yes, the metaphor kuolema tekee taiteilijan. It's a metaphor that might not work in other languages. I do not know, I'm not a native speaker of any other language. So, even if you try and start to translate it to English or into any other language, you realize it doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, if you try to translate, it makes perfect sense in Finnish, but there's of course something lost in translation. Yeah, it's yeah, Liam, for example, yeah, for example, one here, in you, the beauty of the world, of which death made me an artist. Like, there's the beauty of the world in her, and the world made me an artist, and the dying from that made him an artist. Dying from the world whose beauty was in her made her an artist. Yeah, as Flems says, as a Norwegian, I do understand Swedish. Yes. I do speak Swedish, but not enough to be 100% fluent. However, I use Swedish on almost pretty much, if not every day, or then almost every day, every other day at least, because my partner is a Swedish speaker. So the translations might not always make sense. Flems, the Norwegian names on the Moomins are the same as in Swedish. Yes, that would make sense. That would make sense. By the way, Flems, if you look at Swedish versus Norwegian, which is closer to Swedish, bokmål or nynorsk, as a native speaker, what do you think? It's an interesting concept. Anyway, Liam, Flems, what do you think? Should I do something of the sort, as I said as I did yesterday, with Arthur, Super Ghost, and Mr. 42? Should I try to get something similar done before the second anniversary? At which point I truly hope that I have much more subscribers than I would typically have. And Flem saying bokmål, okay. Guest stuff, Liam. Guest stuff, why not? Yes, I've had guests on previously. Both all the three gentlemen are my former guests. So I figured should perhaps do like a panel discussion. But hey, I've these. I've planned on all kinds of votes and stuff for Patreon. But anyway, I think it's time. It's been an hour already. It's just over midnight. Just over midnight here. Okay. Any more questions, gentlemen? Gentlemen in the chat. Anything you might be interested in asking tonight on live here? Well, I guess this is no films. No, okay. I think this is where we part ways. This is where we part ways today. Please check the links in the description and head over to my Patreon and PayPal there, and there will be a bit more stuff once I get the thing rolling. Okay. And I will I'll go here. Okay, excellent. See you next time. Night.